Let's see what old Jake is up to here. Oh, now you're upside down. Here we go. Look at you. What's going on, man? You look petrified. Yeah, your Wi-Fi is going to be fun. What are you doing, man? Where are you?
I'm in our own healthcare facility on
Self
the Dallenbach Ranch.
self quarantining in your own healthcare facility,
Y-
huh?
Yep, in an ambulance. So
So did your
stretcher,
the gurney?
all
Look
of
at
it.
that! Wow, that's pretty well
Yeah,
outfitted.
yeah,
So
yeah. We got it. Yeah,
did your grandfather put you in there to quarantine,
yeah.
or
He put me in there for self quarantine, and
he,
of course it has trouble running, so there's no heat. So it's been a lot of fun.
I bet you in the doors are zip tied closed too, huh?
We kinda, sorta.
Sorta. The window might be big enough to crawl through.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
There's a slight breeze. We're gonna.
I'm
Nope,
yeah,
nope. It's not gonna shut. It's
so
just gonna be cold.
I'm just sitting in the bed of my truck, just hanging out because I got nowhere to go. So I'm self quarantining in the bed of my truck, and that right there, that's my mattress right there that I've been sleeping in.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I can relate.
yep. Hey, did you notice
Totally relate
Can
right now.
can you see what's right there on the back of the truck? Look at that. See
Look,
that?
looks like some Project Daytona
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Doing very
It's
little back there. It does very
you know,
little.
it's a very good company.
Yeah, tell us
And
about that Daytona project of yours or
yeah,
whoever.
so it's nothing, and we don't do anything. And we really push all of our ambassadors to do as little as possible, if nothing. Oh well,
Gotcha.
cheers.
Oh, hey, cheers. Gotcha. That sounds like a really worthy cause and a very productive endeavor on your part. So, congratulations. I would actually
Yeah,
expect nothing more from you, really. So,
100% of the proceeds go to absolutely nothing.
right? Yeah, and if there were proceeds, you know, there
They
may.
go to nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's right there? Is there
Another
another
one.
one? Oh my
Oh
goodness!
my gosh,
Wow.
I'm gonna have to start paying you with nothing.
Hey, dude. Seriously though, what have you been doing now that we haven't been
So
working and driving and racing and being stupid, jumping
we
curves?
are, yeah. So Colorado's under the stay at home, and you guys are too. So
Yep.
I have been building. We built 30 benches so we do weddings on our ranch. So I built 30 wedding benches, a couple tables, and working on a couple countertops for some of the weddings, but some of our rental cabins we have. But the problem is I'm running out of wood and I can't leave.
So here's the problem though. You're building furniture for weddings, but you can't have any weddings.
Right. But I see that's the problem. I already bought all the wood. So I had to go ahead and go through with it.
You had to use all the wood.
I had, that's what she said. Of course.
It's just going to be.
Yeah. So
You tried to avoid that. I could tell. You tried really hard not to, but
it's
it's like
just you left the
it's like
door
it's
open
like.
for me, and yeah, I came up here, started messing with this ambulance. My wife and I actually we have this event on our ranch that we do. It's called Van Life, and it's in August, and it's where people who live in their vans or whatever Sprinter vans, we have 300 of these van things come to the ranch, and they all hang out. So we're thinking about turning this ambulance into something, into like a little camper.
That could be fun.
But then the problem is, obviously, we own three wheelers. So back a few months back, as you know, I wrecked a three wheeler and broke my leg. So my wife was like, "Well, maybe instead of turning the ambulance into a van life van, why don't we just turn it into an actual
Actual
ambulance?"
ambulance. Because I'm sure out of all the 300 vans that show up, there's going to be somebody like you that's going to show up.
Obviously. So yeah, I'm like maybe we should just make it into a full tilt ambulance with actual bandages.
There's a
So I
reason
think
why
that's where we're gonna go.
you married her. It's because she's smarter than you. So I
Obviously,
would I would totally go with her recommendation on that one.
obviously,
That's
yeah.
hilarious. Yeah. So how is the leg? Are you using it, or did you have to amputate it now that the winter set in? Is
Well,
it
yeah,
rendering itself
it's
useless?
all healed. Um, it's got a gnarly scar. I wasn't against the amputation just because then
Right.
if I did have the amputation, I would be guaranteed a kick-ass Halloween costume every year.
True. True.
Different pirates, who knows.
True.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, it healed all okay. So
That sucks.
I got to get
I
a
feel
different
bad for
Halloween gun.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah. Although, not going to the hospital and getting stitches and getting a real thing. Now, when it gets cold, my whole leg hurts, which is fine. It's totally fine.
Can you?
So when it does hurt, I put a Project Daytona sticker on it, and
It's all
magically,
good. It's all good.
it's all good.
Does it feel storms coming in? Does it feel like herds of buffalo or bison coming over
Yeah,
the hill?
snow,
Does it like
rain.
gives you a little
Um,
forecasting of that? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes if there's a little tingle, I know it's going to be overcast. If it really starts to hurt, I think
That's
it's
what
probably
she
rain or
said.
snow. If it's pleasant, that means probably some sunshine.
Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
good weather.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Um,
it's good. You've got now another talent to fall back on. Literally, besides if the furniture building doesn't work out, because clearly the driving hasn't. So maybe the maybe the forecasting of
of
global
course.
events might be your thing. You
Yeah.
never know.
So at least I'm healed up now. I was not allowed on any snowmobiles this year, but next year it's going to be different. So
It's so
I just
funny.
want to match the other leg.
Well, you've got all of this summer to go, so I mean, you're good.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad you asked.
So
Yeah, so I've been painting.
I didn't.
Yeah, well, I just, that's why I call people because I'm bored and I want to tell everybody what I'm doing. And I've been painting, and it's a lot of fun. And I suck at it, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I bet you don't
Yeah.
believe
Did
me,
you
do
use the
you?
Valspar?
No, I didn't. This is a
Yeah.
teenage daughter's room, a teenage girl's bedroom. I don't need the best of the best. I
Yeah. You
really
don't need the
don't.
$high stuff. There's
Yeah,
going to be some holes punched in the walls. Some,
yeah, mine
definitely some
from
crazy
me.
breakups. Did you invest in some spare drywall? Because you might need
I
that.
do have some. Yeah, I do actually have
Oh,
some.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I also have
Perfect.
bars on the window and things like that. So
As you should.
as I should exactly. Hey man,
ADT.
yeah, right. Hey, real quick, what do you have anything on the schedule that's like not it hasn't been postponed? Like anything that you're looking forward to that's coming up that, or are you just kind of winging it for now?
Everything right now has just been, shut down. I was going to buy a hill climb car that I ran last year that came up for sale, but they pushed Pikes Peak back. They pushed all the hill climb stuff back to August. So like August has like all these races in it, and it's just until everything gets a little bit better. Like I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't even know what to do right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's just like everything's getting canceled, and then a buddy of mine is running some. It's not AER. It's something else that he wanted me to run with him, but all his stuff got canceled. So
Yeah.
it's kind of just like
Hey,
sitting and waiting.
hey. Also, what? Dude, there's been just so many funny stories like over the course of the cities that we've been to and the tracks we've been to. What? So
Oh, geez.
so I don't remember half of them, and I'm sure that most of them are bullshit because well, because bourbon. But
Obviously,
what? Give me a what is the wackiest thing you've ever seen or been part of or heard of on track?
been a part of or seen.
Whatever makes a good story, man.
Okay, so uh, okay, so we were at a program. I don't know how specific I need to be. We were on a
Well, just
program in
remember that
Homestead.
just remember people might see this. So
Yeah, yeah, we were on a program in Homestead, and so we were doing hot laps, and we were doing hot laps in a car, and so without getting into too much detail, you probably know what I'm talking
someone's
about.
gonna slow that down and watch to see what you know. But yeah, go
So
ahead.
we were doing hot laps, and it had rained or what in Homestead. Obviously, it rains all the time in Florida. So we got to the point, me and two other instructors, where we got a rhythm going, where we were doing some things. We were like passing. It was all mock, stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And So things got a little crazy towards the end of the run, and I think it was like day 12 of 15 or something
Oh God,
crazy.
right.
And so my buddy, so we go out, and me and my other buddy, we did our whole deal. We were passing, and people loved it, blah blah blah, or whatever. So we let him out, and that was the end of hot laps. And my buddy comes on the radio. He's like, "Boys, I ran out of talent." And me and my other buddy were on pit road. We're like, "What? What's going on?" So we go out to do a cool down lap, and as you come out of pit road, you go to that turn one or whatever, and all of a sudden we see four tire marks into the grass, back on, and the whole track is full of mud, just full of mud. And we're like, what the just happened? Anyway, logistics comes on the radio. Who was in car number X, whatever, they're all pissed off.
Right.
Apparently my buddy had gone off so bad, came back on the track, did a 360 in the mud, the whole 9 yards, kept going, and they had to jack the car up and power wash the mud out of the rotors and the brake calipers. It was
just
caked with mud.
just shoved
But the
up in there.
but the funniest thing was we were just sitting on pit road, and my buddy goes, "Yeah, guys, I ran out of talent. I'm done."
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
That's the first one that comes to mind.
went above my pay grade on that one.
Yeah. It was just
That's
like
funny.
we went to the cool down lap, and all it sounds like our tires are like flat,
Yeah.
just full of mud.
Dude, the one story, and I'm not going to tell it because I don't remember it well enough, but it had something to do with a pretty famous driver. They went out to some testing ground, and where he came from, the state he came from, it was legal. It was okay to shoot guns in public. And so I guess the story goes that they're driving in the middle of the night from their hotel or wherever into the proving grounds because they had a late night start or they had to get there early in the morning, whatever it was. And he proceeds to roll the window down and start shooting it into the desert out of the car window. And everyone's like, dude, you
I
can't
remember
do
that
that.
story.
You can't do that. He was like, what? Well, we could do it in Arkansas or wherever the hell he was from.
It's totally fine.
Oh my, it's yeah, it's fine, exactly. Oh my God. Hey, by the way, speaking of it's fine, yeah. See that? See,
I'm a little envious of
take
that.
that in right there, my friend. Take that in. I bet you've got your Wham shirt underneath that 15 layers of shit you've got on right now.
I don't actually. I'm actually, this is actually all I'm wearing.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I don't want to go too far down.
Just keep it there. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
how close by is that? You were telling me about a pace truck. How close by is that thing? Is it far away?
It's like not that far away.
Let's see the cab of the ambulance real quick. Is it?
The ambulance,
It's just
right?
a regular. Oh, sweet. Where's it from?
Basalt. So
Oh,
actually,
cool.
cool story.
Yeah.
So when my grandfather moved up here to Basalt in '73, there was no safety or ambulance or anything up here. So he bought this from Indiana after one of the Indy 500s, and he drove it up here. And he was actually part of one of the first, safety ambulance EMS crews in this valley.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually we're working on it. Oh yeah,
It's a work in progress. Yeah, as they all are, as every single vehicle on your
so-
property is, I'm sure.
most of them. But the lights work, the sirens work.
So it came from a race, and you brought it up and made it part of the first.
Yeah, so this was the
That's
first
cool.
ambulance in Basalt,
Wow.
Colorado,
That's interesting.
ever, which is kind of cool. Yeah,
That's a fun fact.
yeah. My grandpa was actually telling me about how they rolled up and people died in there and stuff. So it's
Wow.
fine.
Hey, speaking of your grandfather and everybody on the property there, you and everybody, you're lovely, your family, everybody's okay, everybody's healthy. And
Yeah, we're just kind of on lockdown and
checking your fever every morning, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's fine.
It's
I'm
fine.
walking over to the pace truck.
It's fine.
Yeah, so just the biggest thing is keeping my grandfather inside. He loves to be outside and doing stuff. It's like, you can't go to the grocery store right now.
You can't drive the backhoe to the grocery store today. Sorry.
No, we can't do that today. Yeah, so that's a trailer. This is the
Look at that thing.
yeah.
Wow. So
The
so
1976 Indy 500 safety truck.
safety truck, not pace truck. Gotcha.
Not the Pacer,
I thought
safety truck.
maybe I
Yeah.
thought maybe that year or something they had a truck instead of a car or something.
No. So it's got it's real nice, and sad. It's got
Nice,
the 8
nice.
track. It's a Steppenwolf, and it still works. So
Hey, you know what's really cool about this shot though right now is that because you've got it turned around, it looks like it was a right-hand drive truck just now.
almost
That was super sweet. Yeah.
it is, as far as anyone else knows.
It's from Silverstone, the Silverstone safety truck. I want to see you. I want to see you pick up a car with a tractor, like or push one around with a tractor. I mean, just
Okay.
I keep hearing about all these hijinks that happen on your property, and I keep seeing the shirts with printed pictures of the shit that happens on your property, but I haven't
Oh
actually seen
yeah.
it happen. So,
The best story. I think I told you this one. So we had a tree fall in the river, and my grandfather wanted to get the tree out, so we went down there, and so he gets the front end loader in the river, and he's got the bucket, and this isn't just this is a like a front end loader you would use to build, I don't know, the World Trade Center type of thing. Like it's a serious front end loader. So he gets the bucket over the tree and throws me a chain and says, "Get in the river under the bucket and wrap the." He wanted me to get in the river and wrap it around the tree and then put it on the bucket. And I'm like,
uh,
I
no,
I don't
I have an
think I
open
did
wound.
work.
I have an open
Yeah,
wound. I can't.
I'm not sure OSHA covers this.
Right. He's like, oh, what?
And then he's throwing me a chainsaw. He's like, "Yeah, just go,
Or,
just cut it in the river." I'm like, "I'm in tennis shoes. Let's
so,
not do that."
so ultimately, you say no to these things, but then you turn your back, you walk away like you're gonna go get lunch or a beer or something like that. You turn around, and he's doing those things.
So then I have to do it.
Then you have to
I'm like,
pull him out of the
"Okay, all
river
right."
and do it.
It's fine.
That's hilarious, man. All right, man. Listen, I will let you
Yes,
go because you got some furniture to build for a wedding that you can't have.
That's right.
And I'm going to get back to my painting.
Have you watched Tiger King yet?
Yes, dude, we watched the first 2 or 3 the other night. We binged like 3 of them in a row. Oh
I
my God.
My wife and I binged like 6 episodes, and it was like you watch one and you're like, "Okay, this is pretty fucked up."
Yeah.
And then you watch halfway through the second one and you're like, "This doesn't even make any sense."
Yeah. Yeah. So we got through the first one, and I mean, my mouth was open to hear the whole time, right? I'm like, what the hell am I watching, right? But then by the end of the first one, I literally sat there. I went to Julia, I went to my wife. I go, I don't even know where else they could go with this. Like, I don't even know how.
Oh, but they did.
Exactly. So then we sat there and literally watched 2 more from that point on.
And there's a second season coming.
Oh God.
Okay,
It's so funny.
I'm not going to get political.
Okay, try not to.
Carol Baskin, right? Kind of looks and acts, speaks like Hillary Clinton. I'm just saying.
Hey, wow.
She reminded me of him.
That may not. That's not the dumbest thing you've ever said.
Why, thank you. So in saying that,
Yeah.
do you think Epstein is buried underneath that septic? We don't know.
If he were, it's fine.
It's totally fine.
It's totally fine.
As long as there's a Project Daytona sticker on that septic cover.
Boom, there it is. All right, my friend. Take
All
it
right.
easy. You guys stay healthy, stay safe.
You too.
You and your lovely for sure. Get that place back up and running. Hope you have some good events and
I
sell
hope
some
so.
furniture. Make sure you spray that furniture down before you send it off to your next customer.
With coronavirus or without?
Yeah. Don't you? Aren't you fully stocked up with this? I am.
No. Come on, amateur. SD20.
Yeah. Well, see, you've got the industrial strength stuff.
Oh yeah.
I
brush my teeth with that stuff.
I didn't even know what that paint was, honest to God. So I'm like, I just went along with that.
You're really hurting me right now. Valspar. You got to use the Valspar.
I'll try.
You got to use 2-in-1 paint primer.
You know what? It's when I go to do my shop, that'll be worth it. I'll do it with the shop.
And if you need any help with septic stuff, I'm kind of a pro when it comes to septic lines.
And hazmat dead body cleanup as well, right?
That's for another episode.
That is for another episode.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to hear about my dead body experience,
Oh,
subscribe and donate or whatever. How does this
click,
work?
click,
Donate,
click,
subscribe,
click right
follow,
there on the Daytona Project Daytona, and
follow Project Daytona, and
follow
you'll
it.
see a dead body.
Follow it to the end, which is not very far. It's right there.
It's fine.
It's all
It's
fine.
just far enough for your attention span. Then you can go on to the cat videos.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, now I'm into the big
So
cats. I'm into literally in the big cats. That's the video I'm watching now. So I'm hooked.
yeah. So on an unrelated note, we're actually building a 20 by 80 square foot enclosed. We're actually going to have some mountain lions here and
Cool.
some. So yeah, we're
So is that gonna be after you shoot them
totally
or before you shoot them?
preferably before.
Okay. Copy that.
Uh,
Hey, I hadn't
hashtag PETA's going to kill me.
I hadn't heard I hadn't heard that that term in a long while that you said a couple weeks ago when you shot that cat, or your brother did. Actually, you probably just watched and drank a beer. But I hadn't heard that term. We treed another one earlier in the day. Yeah, we treed a mountain lion. Yeah, that brought
It's
back
fine.
memories. It's all
It's
fine.
from Nam.
Northern
Brought back
California.
some
Yeah,
memories from that.
exactly. All right,
Right.
dude.
Actually, yeah, we're just putting in more tags for next year. So
Exactly.
we're gonna all get in there.
Well, just make
I
sure
got my
you
small game in for squirrels.
put that pelt to good use.
I will.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right. See you
See ya,
later.
man. Bye.